Have you ever felt a divine presence around you, a feeling that you are not alone, even when there's no one around? Welcome, dear friends, to our exploration of the mystical. Today we delve into a topic that has intrigued humanity for centuries: the signs of angelic presence in our lives. In this video, we'll walk through 9 signs that might suggest angels have been visiting you. These signs can be as subtle as a feather appearing in your path, or as profound as a sudden surge of inspiration. Now, it's important to remember that these signs can vary greatly from person to person. It's all about personal interpretation and experience, so we encourage you to keep an open mind as we journey through these intriguing possibilities. If you're intrigued, please subscribe, like, and comment to our channel. Let's embark on this spiritual journey together. The first sign we will discuss is feather encounters. Have you ever found a feather in a place where you least expected it? An oddly placed feather is often associated with the presence of angels. This isn't some random coincidence. Rather, it's believed to be a gentle reminder from the divine that you're not alone. Angels are thought to leave these feathers as symbols of hope, guidance, and reassurance. The feathers aren't always the same, though. Their colors can vary, and these colors often carry different meanings. For instance, white feathers are traditionally seen as a sign of purity and protection, a reassuring message from your guardian angel. Black feathers, on the other hand, are often associated with spiritual wisdom and growth. They might be a sign that you are overcoming obstacles and learning important life lessons. A blue feather might be a sign of calm and peace, perhaps an indication that an angel is trying to provide comfort during a difficult time. And a green feather, well, that could be a sign of healing and prosperity. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? That these seemingly mundane objects could carry such profound spiritual messages. It's a reminder that even in our most solitary moments, we might not be as alone as we think. So next time, when you find a feather in an unexpected place, remember it could be a sign that you're being watched over, guided, and loved by something greater than us all. Moving on to the second sign, unexpected fragrances. Have you ever been alone in a room and suddenly caught a whiff of a pleasant scent that seemed to come out of nowhere? You look around, but there's no source in sight. No freshly baked cookies, no blooming flowers, nothing that could explain that lovely fragrance. It could be a sign of an angelic presence. Angels, as believed by many, communicate in subtle ways, and one of them could be through the sense of smell. The scent usually associated with these heavenly beings is comforting and pleasing. It could be the sweet aroma of flowers, the refreshing smell of rain, or the comforting scent of vanilla or fresh-baked bread. It's a scent that is not just perceived, but felt. It brings a sense of calm, peace, and reassurance, enveloping you in a gentle embrace. But why would angels use scent as a mode of communication? Well, scent is a powerful sense. It can trigger memories, evoke emotions, and transport us to different places and times. In the same way, these unexpected fragrances could be a sign that angels are near, trying to comfort you, guide you, or simply letting you know that you are not alone. So the next time when you're alone and you get a sudden whiff of a pleasant smell, take a moment, breathe it in. It could be a sign of an angelic presence. So a sudden whiff of a pleasant smell could be more than just a passing fragrance. Our third sign is baby and animal reactions. Picture this: you're at home with your baby or pet, and suddenly they seem to be gazing at something unseen. Their eyes follow something around the room, yet you can't see anything there. Does that sound familiar? Well, this might be more than just a figment of their imagination. Many spiritual seekers believe that babies and animals are more sensitive to spiritual presences. Their innocent and pure nature might allow them to perceive things that are beyond our usual range of perception. Imagine a cat, for instance. You've probably noticed how they sometimes stare intently at what seems to be an empty space. Or a dog who suddenly starts wagging its tail as if playing with an invisible friend. These reactions could indicate the presence of an angel or spiritual being. The same goes for babies. Their pure hearts and untainted minds are thought to be open to more subtle energies and presences. So, if your baby smiles, giggles, or seems to be interacting with someone you can't see, they might be communicating with an angel. Of course, it's important not to jump to conclusions. This sign, like all the others, is subjective and open to interpretation. But it's a fascinating thought, isn't it? That our pets and little ones could be our personal links to the spiritual world. So, next time your pet stares at nothing, They might be seeing something you can't. Sign 4 is all about flashes of light. This is a fascinating one. Have you ever seen a sudden flash of light in your peripheral vision? Or perhaps a shimmer of light that just can't be explained? Well, these could very well be signs of an angelic presence. See, angels are believed to be beings of light, pure energy. They don't exist in the physical realm like we do, so when they make their presence known, it often comes in the form of light. This could be a sudden flash, a glow or a flicker. It could be a beam that seems to come from nowhere, or a sparkle that doesn't seem to have a source. It's not always easy to spot, and it's even harder to explain. It's not like the light from a torch or a lamp. It's something different. It's a light that seems to carry a sort of warmth, a sense of peace, a feeling of reassurance. It's a light that feels comforting, soothing, calming. So next time you see an unexplained flash of light, take a moment, pause, reflect. Is there a message there for you? Is there something you need to pay attention to? Could it be an angel trying to get your attention? Remember, angels often communicate in subtle ways. They gently nudge us towards awareness and understanding. So a sudden flash of light might be an indication that you're not alone. The 5th sign is the feeling of being touched. This might sound a bit unusual, but stay with me. Some people report a sudden sensation, a distinct feeling of being touched when there's nothing and no one around. This isn't the creepy, hair-raising touch we associate with ghost stories, but rather a gentle, comforting sensation. Imagine you're sitting alone, engrossed in a book, when you suddenly feel a tender brush against your arm. Or perhaps you're feeling low, and out of the blue, you experience a warm, almost like a hug, enveloping you. These experiences can be startling, but they are often described as calming and reassuring. They bring a sense of peace that seems to say, you're not alone, you're loved. Now, we're not talking about a physical hand reaching out from the ether. These sensations can also manifest as a change in temperature. You might be in a room with a consistent climate, but suddenly feel a cool breeze pass by or a warm glow surrounding you. It's as if someone just walked past you or stood near you, radiating warmth. These are not figments of an overactive imagination. They are subtle signs, gentle nudges from the celestial realm. It's as if our guardian angels are reaching out, trying to make their presence felt, offering comfort and reassurance in their own silent way. So a sudden chill or warmth might be a comforting angelic touch. Moving on, the 6th sign is hearing voices or music. It might sound a bit uncanny, but it's quite common. You may be alone in a room when suddenly you hear a whisper, a phrase, or a melody that seems to come out of nowhere. It's not your phone, it's not the television, and it's not your imagination running wild. It's something more ethereal, more spiritual. These unexplained sounds are often subtle, soft, and comforting. They may come to you when you're in a relaxed state, or perhaps when you are grappling with a difficult situation. It's as if someone is trying to console you, guide you, or simply let you know they are there with you. These voices or music are believed to be messages from your guardian angels. They communicate in this unique way because it can bypass the usual barriers of communication. It's a sign that they are around, watching over you and trying to connect with you. The voices or songs you hear might even carry a deeper meaning. Perhaps it's a song that you associate with a loved one who has passed on, or it's a phrase that answers a question you've been pondering over. This sign is indeed intriguing and mysterious, but it's also comforting to know that you are not alone. So the next time you hear a whisper or a melody, it could be a message from your guardian angel. The 7th sign is unusual patterns in nature. Angels often communicate with us in ways that require our full attention and a bit of imagination. One such way is through the natural world. Have you ever noticed a cloud that resembles a wing, a heart, or even an angelic figure? Or perhaps you've stumbled upon a flower arrangement that seems too perfect, too harmonious to be a mere coincidence. These could very well be signs from angels. They are masters of subtlety, often leaving us hints and messages in the world around us, waiting for us to decipher them. Consider the intricate designs of a snowflake, the symmetrical patterns on a butterfly's wings, or the radiant burst of a dandelion's seeds. Each of these could be an angel's canvas, their way of reaching out to us. They use the beauty of nature to convey their messages, often in patterns and forms that inspire awe and wonder in us. It's all about staying open and present. The next time you're out in nature, take a moment to really look around. Notice the patterns, the formations, the arrangement of flowers and trees. You might be surprised at what you find. The more you pay attention, the more you'll start to see these unusual patterns everywhere. Remember, angels operate on a different plane, one that is intertwined with the natural world. They use this connection to communicate with us, to guide us, and to reassure us of their presence. So, keep an eye on nature, it might be trying to tell you something. The eighth sign is sudden inspiration or intuition. Have you ever experienced a sudden flash of inspiration, or perhaps a sudden insight that seems to come out of nowhere? This could be more than just a random thought. It might be a sign of angelic guidance. Angels often communicate with us through our intuition. This is because our intuition is connected to our higher self, the part of us that is always connected to the divine. When we experience a sudden insight, it's often because an angel is trying to get our attention, to guide us towards a certain path or decision. These moments of inspiration can come in various forms. It might be a sudden solution to a problem that's been bothering you, an idea for a creative project, or even a sudden urge to call or visit someone. In many cases, these intuitive nudges may not make logical sense at the time, but if you follow them, you might find that they lead you to exactly where you need to be. But how can you tell if it's really an angelic guidance or just your own thoughts? A good rule of thumb is to pay attention to how it feels. Angelic guidance often comes with a sense of peace, clarity, and certainty, even if the guidance doesn't make logical sense. It's also worth noting that angelic guidance often encourages positive actions and decisions that are in alignment with love, compassion, and your highest good. So, trust your gut. It might be guided by a higher power. The final sign is seeing number sequences. Now you might think, what's in a number? Well, when it comes to angels, numbers hold a special significance. They're the universal language after all, and angels, being these celestial beings, have a knack for using this language to communicate with us. Let's say you've been seeing the same numbers or sequences of numbers repeatedly. You look at the clock and it's 11 past 11. You're reading a book and you find yourself on page 111. You check your phone and you have 111 unread emails. Now that's a lot of 11s, isn't it? These aren't random coincidences. They're angel numbers. Angel numbers are sequences of numbers that carry divine guidance by referring to specific numerological meanings. In numerology, each number has a unique vibration and energy. When angels show you a set of numbers like 111, they're trying to communicate something based on the number's inherent meaning. For instance, the number 1 signifies new beginnings, ambition, and self-leadership. So if you're seeing a lot of ones, the angels might be telling you to take the reins and start a new chapter in your life. Angels have a subtle way of nudging us towards the right path. And one of their favorite ways to do that is through numbers. So the next time you see a recurring number, take a moment to think about its potential meaning. It might be a message from your guardian angel, guiding you, supporting you, and reminding you of their divine love. So those recurring numbers you see might be more than just a coincidence. We have now gone through the 9 signs that angels might have been visiting you. We explored feather encounters, those small tokens that can appear in the most unexpected places. We delved into the sensory realm of unexpected fragrances, those heavenly scents that seem to appear out of nowhere. We touched on the sensitivity of babies and animals, their reactions, often a telltale sign of angelic presence. We discussed the sudden flashes of light, those fleeting moments that catch your eye. We talked about the inexplicable feeling of being touched, a gentle reassurance from our celestial guardians. We considered the phenomena of hearing voices or music, those ethereal sounds that seem to resonate from another realm. We observed unusual patterns in nature and the sudden inspiration or intuition that can strike us at any moment. Lastly, we looked at the significance of seeing number sequences, those numerical patterns that seem to hold a deeper meaning. Remember, these signs are just guides. The true connection with angels comes from within. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights.